Hey besties, welcome back. So today we'll be doing transparent liquid soap, or what you can call multi-purpose liquid soap, because this particular one you can use it for everything. Wash your dresses, your car, you using your washing machine, dry clean your floors, wash your plates and all whatnot. So those are the ingredients I'm introducing. As you can see, I wrote everything down. We have SLS, we have caustic soda, STTP, soda ash, sodium sulfate, hexapon, sulfonic acid, nitrosol, foam booster, glycerin, color, fragrance, preservative. So those are our ingredients. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and soak all of them. If you want to have a perfect consistency, perfect transparency, you can go ahead and use distilled water, or you use filtered water, but I didn't have that in hand, so I went ahead and I used tap water. That will still be good. So what you do is just soak your soakable ingredients on time. I didn't have that time, so I did it differently. But if you want the best and the most perfect results, soak them like 7 or 5 hours or 7 hours before production. So right now I'm dissolving my caustic soda, and I'm dissolving 33 grams of caustic soda in 500 ml of water. I don't think I'll be talking about all the measurements. I'll write them down in the description box. So I did that, and that's my SLS. I'm also soaking my SLS in 1.5 liters of water. Make sure you stir. SLS is very stubborn if you don't stir it well, hence why I changed the container. So when you put your SLS in water, just start stirring so that it dissolves faster. When you start seeing the foams coming out like that, know you are on the right path. So just keep stirring. And sometimes it's advisable not to stir vigorously, because you have a lot of bubbles like that, and it will take time for everything to go down. But anyways, it's still going to turn out great. Next thing is my STTP, and that is 100 grams, and I'm dissolving it in 1.5 liters of water. That's 1,500 ml. So I'm going to dissolve in that. I wasn't patient enough. I would have broken down those lumps before putting inside the water, but anyways, it will still dissolve. Just make sure to dissolve it very well before you set it aside. Next thing, I'm dissolving my soda ash, and I'm doing soda ash in 1 liter of water. Mind you, this production is actually 10 liters of liquid soap. I want to make 10 liters of liquid soap for my home. It's for home consumption, not for sale. It's not for commercial purpose. But trust me, this is commercial grade multi-purpose liquid soap. You will see the outcome. You just have to be patient and watch till the end. Stop skipping videos, because trust me, if you come to my comment section and you ask me something I know I said in this video, I'm not going to answer you. I'm not, because you're skipping videos. If you want to learn, you have to be patient enough to sit, watch, and see what people are doing. Okay, now in that bowl I have hexapon, and I'm going to be adding my sulfonic acid. Yeah, I thought I remember I gave the measurements at the beginning of the video. So for the sulfonic acid, I have 416 grams, and for my hexapon, I have 300 grams of hexapon. So I'm going to be mixing them together, and I'm going to be using a total of, how many liters of water did I use? This was 1.5 liters of water, and the other one 1.5 liters of water. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to stir, and then I'm going to add my water. Don't panic. When you stir and you have that custard like situation, just go ahead and add your water, as you can see, and you keep on stirring, and it will give you this thick, is it like pudding? Yes, it will give you this pudding like texture. Now you know that you're on the right path. It should not be lumpy. You go ahead, you also set that aside. As you can see how foamy it has become, how thick. Yeah, and then the next thing now I'm going to be doing is I'm going to dissolve my sodium sulfate. That's my salt, industrial salt, or whatever you want to call it, but sodium sulfate. And I'm going to be using 233 grams, 230 grams, and I'm dissolving it in 1 liter of water. Yeah, you can dissolve it whichever way you want, but just make sure you share the water according to how many liters you want to. If you're making 10 liters, just know how you're going to dissolve your ingredients to sum it up to 10 liters of water. Yeah, and then now we're going to be going in now with our nitrosol. That's our thickening agent. So I'm going to pour the rest of the water, and that is 3 liters of water that I'm going to be using, because in total I've already used 7 liters of water to do the other mixtures. So now I'm going to use that. See, this is where you have to stir, because if you make a mistake here with this nitrosol, you're going to get lumps in your soap. So make sure you stir it very well. Everything has to dissolve. You don't have to be in a haste. Make sure to stir it and stir and stir and stir. You have to use your hands. But this one is a small production, so it wasn't that really tedious. But if you are doing something like 30 liters, 40 liters, you have to make sure to stir very, very, very well. Yeah, so that's that. I'll just keep on stirring and making sure that everything dissolves. For the sake of this video, I was fast forwarding lots of things so that the video would not be too long. Next thing I added was my caustic soda solution, and you can see it became so clear, almost clear, yeah, and it's thick. It's giving us that thick consistency. Make sure not to stir, not to overstir it. Don't overstir it, just stir it for a while, and then you can go ahead and add your other chemicals. My phone is low. I think I have to stop here and then try to charge up, and we'll continue with the voice over. Yeah. Next thing, you go ahead and add in your soda ash. That's our soda ash. Add our soda ash, and we go ahead and we stir and stir and stir. So I made a mistake. Instead of me to put my soda ash first, I went in with my STTP, but there is no problem. But make sure to go in with your soda ash first, and the next thing, you can go now in with your STTP. Mix gently, mix it gently, and then you go in with your sodium sulfate. That's your salt. So after mixing your soda ash, you go in with your STTP. You mix gently, not like me. I was mixing it vigorously. The only thing is that when you mix gently, your soap will take a lesser time for the bubbles to disappear and for everything to clear up. But when you mix vigorously, you attract bubbles and foams, and it take longer time to settle down. So it doesn't really matter. It's all on you. Do you want it fast or do you want to wait? So it's your choice. Just go ahead, stir, 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 and after that, you add in your sodium sulfate. When you add in your sodium sulfate, everything will become really cloudy and milky looking. Do not panic. It doesn't really have anything to do. Just go ahead and stir. This salt is actually going to help your production thicken up and have that glossy and shiny effect. So next thing, I'm going to add in our SLS solution, and you see how foamy that became. It became so foamy because I was vigorously turning it. So yeah, you add that, you mix, you mix, you mix, and then you go ahead now and add your sulfonic acid and hexapon mixture. You remember the mixture we did in the other bucket? You go ahead and add that. So I was adding the last bit of the SLS solution. See that you have no reason not to start a small business at home right now. This liquid soap business is lucrative. Like, I was doing this one for the house, and this was actually my first time doing liquid soap. And to think that I bought these things for how much? It was 5,000. Yes, it was not up to five. It wasn't up to 5,000. And I made liquid soap, and I had more than 10 liters because I ended up adding 2 liters again on top off camera because it was quite thick. And even after adding it, it was still quite thick. Like, you see the consistency at the end of the day, it was really thick. So there's lots of money to be made here. If you don't have a business, if you don't know what to do, you can watch this video and start a small business. You just need to go and buy these things. Even if you have just 10,000, go and buy them in bulk. With that 10,000, if you get products, if you get chemicals worth 10,000, you can make up to 60 liters of liquid soap. Do the math. Go ahead and get your bottles in a dozen, because if you want to buy them one, you can get 250 like for one bottle. But make sure you buy them in dozens, and you'll be getting maybe a dozen. You'll be getting maybe one bottle just for 150. You get smaller bottles for 100 francs. You print your stickers, and you put your products, and you're going to sell. Everybody uses some kind of washing, some kind of detergent in their house, whether it's soap or it's liquid soap or it's bar soap or it's even powdered soap. You have to clean something in your house, and when you're producing quality, people are definitely going to buy from you. You understand? Because right now, after doing this thing for my home, I'm considering starting a liquid soap business. Like, there's no harm in having multiple streams of income. So when you put that solution that I just put, the sulfonic and the Texapol, make sure to stir very well so that everything will dissolve. And trust me, it's going to dissolve. When you first put it, you think, it's going to clump up on me, but it wouldn't. Just go ahead and stir and stir, and look at the consistency. It's so thick. And that's our foam booster. I don't think I mentioned it, but like in the beginning, foam booster, I'm going to be putting 167 milliliters, that's ml, into it, and it's going to enhance the foaming and the cleansing properties of our liquid soap. So, and that particular foam booster, I made that, is on my channel. If you don't know how to make foam booster, go ahead and watch. So you're just going to stir again, and make sure you stir very well so that everything gets incorporated. Yeah, don't mind the foams, like they're going to disappear. Next thing, I'm going to be adding my is that my preservative? Yes, I'm going to be adding in my preservative, and I'm going to be using 10% of my preservative. I'm going to be using 10 mils because I'm making 10 liters of liquid soap. So I added 10 mils of my preservative. You can use whichever preservative you want. You can use formalin, you can use methyl paraben, you can use, is it something benzoate? I'm going to look for that name and add it. You can use it. And then I'm going to be using glycerin. It's very, very important for you to put in glycerin, because you don't want to be using soap and it's drying out your hands. Yes, so I'm going to be putting glycerin just to protect our hands and make everything moisturizing. You get it? Yes, so that you don't finish using the soap and it's so drying to your hands. So in there, I use 67 mils of glycerin, if not more, but the right measurement is 67 mils of glycerin. So I put in my glycerin, and yeah, voila, that's our soap. So now I'm just going to add in our fragrance. And from what I learned, it's not good to add your fragrance directly, because you don't know how it's going to react to your soap. It might make your soap go watery and the rest. So I'm going to be putting it into another bottle and then mix it up, and then we'll add it to the whole batch of soap. You understand? So that's the best thing to do. Make sure you mix it somewhere first, like with small, and then you add it. So you can use any perfume of your choice, any perfume that you prefer, you can use that. And I use 30 mils. Yes, I think I used 30 mils of perfume. I don't know if I overdid it, but I just wanted everything to smell really nice so that when I wash my dresses, I sun them, I remove them, it will be smelling really nice. I will not need a fabric softener to put it there because the perfume coming from the liquid soap will be, you understand. Then make sure to put perfumes that are not overpowering because it's a multi-purpose liquid soap, meaning you can use it to wash plates and you don't want your plates to be smelling funny. So make sure to use something really nice. As you can see, the whole mixture is extremely thick. It's so nice. I love the texture. See, you see this particular production, even Morning Fresh doesn't come close to it. Trust me, even Money Fresh, even Mother, like it doesn't come close to this production. I was so proud of myself. Just go ahead and stir it and see the consistency. So at this point, you can go ahead and add whichever color you want to your liquid soap. But as for me, I just wanted mine to rest so I could get rid of the bubbles so I see what I'm working with. So that very night, I was so impatient. I wanted to see the outcome of my soap and the rest. So I took a cup to scoop a little bit to see if it's going to be cleansing or whatever. And it had a little bit of orange color to it. Hence, it tinted my soap. And that is why you're not seeing the clear water kind of color. Yeah, the soap was supposed to be clear enough as water. But since I used a cup that had color, it tinted the soap. But that notwithstanding, as soap is still transparent, you can see it is so beautiful, so lucid. The consistency is like it was made out of a factory. Like you know when you go and see the Morning Fresh and the Mada, like what we have in Cameroon, have Mada. Those are the people who really make good liquid soap. Packs. This is Packs worthy. Like I'm in competition with Packs. So I want to do two colors. So I decided to separate them. I want to do orange and red. So I just was a little bit extra. I took little of it, mixed it before adding it into the bucket. You have to be extremely careful because some of these colors are really pigmented and you don't want to overcolor your liquid soap. So that's it. I'll just go ahead and put small, mix and see if I like the outcome, and then just keep mixing. That's basically it. This red color is fire. I wanted green because everybody's making green color, but I did not see green, so I had to go for red. And trust me, I'm loving this, guys. You can do this as a business. You can do this for souvenirs. I'm giving you business ideas right now. Just imagine you make this and you tell people, hey, instead of you to give the basic plates that they give as souvenirs or fans, why don't you come and make liquid soap? You put your stickers on it, you put your face on it. If you're having your birthday party, you're like happy birthday to da 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 da, and your sticker, your face is on it, and you give your guests liquid soap 500 ml, 250 ml. It's a nice gift to gift your guests when they are going back as their souvenirs for your party. You get my point. Start up a big business today. Don't just stay at home and say I'm a single mom and you're depending on others for urgent 2K. You can always start this business. It's very easy to make. It's straight to the point. The ingredients are not that expensive. You just need to be creative. You understand? Make yours beautiful, make yours really potent, and people are going to come back for it. So right now I'm doing the my color for the orange one. Yes, I want to make an orange color, so you just go ahead and mix. For this I just went in directly. I didn't go extra. I just went in direct my color, and trust me, you're going to see it at the end. The color is really really beautiful. It's beautiful. So after you mix this, you can go ahead and bottle them, or if you want to be like me, you can go ahead and leave it again for a while and you bottle them. You understand? This, like any other bubble that comes out of it, is going to disappear with time. within how many hours it's going to disappear. And trust me, this came out so lovely. The scent was awesome. Like, see, I couldn't keep my hands off it. I just wanted to be like taking it up and down because this is really beautiful. So this is our test to see if it really removes stains and the rest. So I went there and I dropped palm oil. I dropped palm oil and then like added my soap and watch, and you see everything that happens. Like this particular multi-purpose liquid soap is so potent. It's quality. Try it and thank me later. Thank you all for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, please do me well to subscribe. Click on the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next one. Thank you so much for staying with me. If you're still with me up to this time, thank you. And all the recipe, the measurements, everything, I'm going to leave them down in the description box. So if you want to recreate this, you can go ahead and do it, and yours will come out the same. I'll leave everything in the description box. Please check the description box if you want to see the full recipe and the amount of water I used for everything. It's going to be down there. Can you see our cloth? White as snow. Thank you all for watching and bye. Mwah.